Hi, welcome to the award-winning Ed Brown Show. And guess what? We have some really outstanding guests here. A young man, he was there in New York at 9/11. He was decided he wanted to run for a position here in Prince George County. And we have our old buddies here, the Bay Sox. And with Bay Sox, we have the director of marketing, Brandon Kaiser. Now, Brandon has been working how many? 10 years, Brandon?
It's been 10 years in baseball, 8 seasons at the Bay Sox, and 2 at the Frederick Keys.
Well,
So I've been around a while.
So you've been around a while.
That's right.
Yeah, but you're director of marketing. Tell us, what is that? Is that about the bobbleheads and all like that?
Yeah, involves some of that. Promotions, putting our promotional calendar together. When people around town see our pocket schedules out in town, and they pick those up and see everything that's going on for our games. I help put a lot of that together, all the different promotions and whatnot, and then letting people know about our games, getting the word out.
But you have such a variety. You know, every game is.
That's right.
How do you get into that?
Basically, we come up with our own ideas. Sometimes we pick some ideas from some other teams. We all share ideas. There's actually a seminar every September in a different city around the country. It's called the Minor League Promotional Seminar, where all the minor league baseball teams come together and we share our ideas, what worked, what didn't work, since everybody's in their pretty much their own unique market.
Right.
You're not going to step on people's toes. It's not like competing companies going against each other.
Right.
So we'll take ideas from that and stuff we've been doing over the years, and we go with what works.
Well, what about Louis? You don't change mascots, do you? Still gonna keep Louis?
we still have the big green guy, Louis. We do have a newer mascot from a couple years ago, Rocco, our fish. You'll see him on Friday night home games at the Bay Sox. He looks like a pitching fish, and they wear that on their hat. It's our alternative logo, and then they'll wear a black Bay Sox jersey with the Bay Sox in teal. Which is something a little different. So.
And then you have a father-son day, and then you had something unique. It was called a mother-son.
That's
now,
right.
Usually it's the father and son. With Father Day coming up and everything, they talk. Well, what is that promotion about? How did you come up with the mother? Mothers love it.
That's right. That's right. Well, we all know moms make most of the decisions in the household, so we decided to come up with a mother-son night to promote moms bringing their sons out to a ball game, which you see sometimes at our ballpark. But you're right. Most of the time, it's the dads bringing their daughter or son out to a game. Or the whole family unit. But we've done a daddy-daughter date night in the past where dads bring out their daughters.
Oh, yeah.
We've done a date night for couples to come out and enjoy a game. And this year we went with a mother-son night, and that's going really well. So it should be a fun. It's a good ticket package that you can purchase for that, and it's something unique. I don't think I've seen other teams do that yet. So
well, another thing too, it was, some youngsters out there, 8, 9 years old. They were talking. I was just sometime I go out in the stand and just observe.
Sure.
And they were talking about how far can you throw the ball? They had a ball. And then but what they really enjoy is they watch the game for a while, and then they tell each other what they're going to do after the game.
Right.
And you know what they do after the game. 2/3 of them come there so they can run the bases.
That's right. They can run the bases after every game.
After every game,
Yep.
they can run the bases.
That's correct.
And the irony of the thing is that they want Pop and Grandpop to run with them.
That's right. That's right. But we try and keep it to just the kids.
Right.
We try and let them do it by themselves.
Right.
And I'm usually the first person that they see when I let them down onto the field. I kind of manage the gate there because some nights we're getting hundreds and hundreds of kids to run the bases after a game. So it's quite a big undertaking for our staff to get all the kids out and around the bases.
Right, I know. Well, one time they had them all the way from the right field to left field.
That's right.
Next to each other,
Yeah, everybody's lined up. So we try to get them on as quick as we can and get them off safely and then back to their parents. And everybody goes home happy. So it's pretty unique for our team to allow that.
Tell the people some of the entertainment things you have there. Well, concerning you got the merry-go-round, you got all kinds of games and stuff like that.
We have a kids park out in right field. It has a carousel. We have a speed pitch thing out there where you can throw a ball and see how fast you can throw it. We have a wiffle ball game where you can hit a floating wiffle ball. It's pretty fun. And then we have a moon bounce, a bounce house for kids to jump around. And on weekends we have face painter. Sometimes we have a balloon artist. That kind of stuff going on out there. So it's fun. It's a real fun, festive area of the ballpark where moms and dads, grandparents can take their kids and enjoy a nice night out at the ballpark.
Really good. You guys are over 500 now, right?
Yeah, we're hanging in there. We're in third place.
Third place.
That's right. So we're on the road at this current moment up in New Hampshire and in Portland, Maine. No, we're playing pretty well right now, which is good.
Well, I like to say that Bay Sox have really added to the development of Prince George's County, because you guys have been here about 20 years totally.
That's right.
But one of the outstanding programs with some educators, in fact, I have Matt on the 11th, maybe tomorrow is one day this week.
Right.
I'll have Matt involved. I think he's with sponsorship.
Right.
But is that a reading program?
Yes.
I think that's outstanding.
It's a fantastic program.
Yeah, because and the schools, they look forward to that.
Schools get behind it big time. We work with Prince George's County, Anne Arundel, Queen Anne's, Howard, all of Southern Maryland, Charles, Calvert, St. Mary's, a little bit of Washington, D.C., a little bit of Baltimore. So it's a very wide program. This year we had about 250 schools participate.
Wow.
Which is
250.
Which is more than we had last year, so that's good. More schools participating.
Because the program is well liked.
Right.
I hear the educators talk about the kids look forward to. The reading program is education mixed with the Bay Sox.
That's right. Yeah, it's our part to give back to the community. Each child that reads at least 4 books outside of their normal reading.
That's the rule, huh?
You got to read at least 4 books, and the teachers monitor it, and they have a poster in their classroom where they keep track of each student in their classroom, how many books they've read. Once they've read that 4th book, they get a free ticket to a game. Their school picks a night. They get a free ticket to the game, and then their parents can come out and buy discounted tickets in advance.
Is that right?
And then they get to come out
if the child participates in the reading program.
Yep, the school send home their ticket and their flyer to get their discounted tickets. They get to come out to the game. They get to be on a pregame parade before the game. They get to come out in the field and be recognized. We read off all the schools that are participating, so you'll hear a lot of the kids cheer when their school name is read.
They bring their own cheer.
That's right. Sometimes they do. They'll bring their own banner with their school name on it. So it's pretty fun. It's a good program. We've been doing it for, I believe, 18 years now.
Long time. Yeah.
Long time. It's a mainstay in the community.
It's really appreciated, just with Brian. And Brian's been there ever since they opened too, I think.
Brian's been there for a while. And he's a big advocate of it, and it's a great program. We get a lot of schools involved, and helps get the word out on literacy and promoting reading, which is important for kids.
Yes. And what happens is that you have a family night too. It's something similar to a family night. What is that all about?
Well, you might be referring to our family camp out where you can come sleep.
That's right.
You can come sleep on our field.
You can sleep on the baseball field.
That's right.
Kids really enjoy that.
They do love that.
In fact, I was there one night when they ran out and they were setting up
their tents up and all
that.
Yeah, that's Friday, August 15th. So anybody can register for that. You just have to register in advance, and you can go to our website and get those details. But you can come out and bring your tent, and you can sleep out in our outfield after the game, which is a pretty unique experience. We were one of the first teams that did that way back when with Boy Scouts.
Right.
So we have a Girl Scout sleepover, which we just had. We have a Boy Scout sleepover June 20th. And then we have our family camp out, which is open to anybody that would like to come out.
But you have Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, and wow.
Right, so
I didn't know about the different scouts.
So 3 different nights, there's kids and families sleeping in our outfield and under the stars. So it's a pretty cool experience. They love it. And I get to watch a movie before we turn out the lights. We'll put a movie up on our big new video board. They get to pick what movie they
Then
want to watch.
every weekend there's fireworks.
That's right. Every Saturday we have fireworks.
Every Saturday is
Yep. Some Fridays we have fireworks.
Yeah, I
We
know.
have,
Fridays, I know you've had them Fridays too.
yeah, we have Fridays, and we do have a special fireworks show Tuesday, August 5th this year for our Navy night. We'll have the entire plebe class, the freshman class of the Naval Academy in Annapolis out. So that's a really, really cool experience.
Yeah.
You have 1,200 or so midshipmen out there. It's their first real event they get to go to after being at school. So
they go through that
summer.
plebe.
Right, through their training and all that. So this is their first real fun event they can come out to. And we really enjoy it. So that's Tuesday, August 5th, and we have fireworks that night as well. So if you hear fireworks popping in the area on a Tuesday night, it's,
that's
Navy
unusual.
night.
Yeah, because
unusual.
usually it's a weekend.
Usually it's weekends. That's right. So it should be a great event.
Well, what do you have in the future? You guys think about surprising us with.
Yeah, we have Star Wars night coming up June 14th. That's going to be really great. We have a ton of Star Wars characters coming out.
Oh, the characters coming out?
Yeah.
Well, will the youngsters participate in the stands? With that?
Oh yeah. We get kids that come out dressed up. That's turned into a really popular night. We get about 40 or 50 movie-accurate costumes. These guys that are part of these groups in the area spend thousands of dollars on these costumes. It looks like straight out of the movie. So we have Darth Vader, Stormtroopers, all that from Star Wars. We have a couple good giveaways coming up. Manny Machado, who played for us a couple years ago.
I remember.
That's right.
But what is Manny doing now?
Manny's on the Orioles, playing very well.
Yeah.
He was hurt at the beginning of the season, rehabbed a little bit for our sister team in Frederick, and then he's come back to the Orioles, and he's playing well. But we're having a Manny Claus bobblehead.
Manny Claus.
Manny Claus, that's right. Thursday, July 24th. It's our Christmas Eve in July event. And we're giving away a Manny Machado bobblehead. He looks like Santa Claus. So it's going to be very unique. He's going to be dressed like Santa Claus, have a little beard on him and all that, holding a candy cane stripe baseball bat. It should be pretty unique. And then we're having a bobblehead of Travis Pastrana as well, local X Games legend, extreme sport legend. We're having a bobblehead of him on Thursday, August 7th as well.
Well, you have like a barbecue pit. Can people actually come out and have their maybe family reunion out there or
That's right. We have a picnic area down our left field side, our big picnic tent, big blue tent. You can have any function out there. We'll rent it out for corporate outings. You can have your family reunion there. Big space, holds hundreds of people down there, so it's a cool option if you're looking to have food and a baseball game.
And entertainment.
Entertainment, exactly, all in one spot.
We want to thank you and the organization for such a fine job you've done as far
thank
as
you,
Prince
Ed.
George's County. And don't forget the seniors, you know what I mean? Have something special for us.
That's right. We do have a senior club as well.
Right. Okay, this has been Ed Brown. You know, we got that 9/11 gentleman coming in there. See you in a second. Hi, welcome back to award-winning Ed Brown, and we have a young man here who wants to help everybody. He's running 25th District. He's 9/11 hero. NASA recognized him, and I tell you, Mr. Fogg has done just about everything. He's a retired U.S. Marshal, Matthew Fogg.
Yes, sir. Good to be on your show, Ed.
Hey, tell us a little bit about yourself there. You were up there in New York, not that you wanted to be there, but you were there and you went through a lot of danger.
That's correct.
You were involved in 9/11. You're the first one I've met from 9/11, right. You know, live. Tell us about it. Tell us about your involvement there.
Well, Ed, first of all, I'm a Chief Deputy United States Marshal, retired. I'm also with the Special Operations Group, SWAT. So I learned a lot about search and rescue and recovery efforts. And so when I was there on 9/11, I went up there. I was off duty, but I was only about 40 blocks up the street with my fiance. And when both of the buildings dropped, and it was such a horrific event because of the fact that nobody knew what was really going on.
No.
The fire station that was right a block away from me, they had lost, I think it was 17 firefighters. So what I did, I just went across the street. It happened to be a surplus store. I bought me some fatigues and pants, and I said, I'm going to go down and start helping out. I went in there, and it was just a horrific situation. I mean, see two large buildings drop like that, so much fire and destruction. It was almost, where do you start? And I just started helping people as much as I could. And it was just, and that's how I wound up in People's Magazine. They got a picture of me.
And People's Magazine?
That's correct.
Right.
People's Weekly Magazine. They
Right.
got this picture of me helping. We had the body of a firefighter that was deceased, and we had him in a bag, and we were bringing him out over here, me and some other firefighters, when they took the picture. So it was just.
I mean, it was an action shot.
That's correct.
That's what people fail to realize. It wasn't something that you developed.
no.
It's something that you happened to be in New York
That's
at
right.
9/11,
That's
and
right.
God spared your life.
That's right.
Because you were in danger too.
That's right.
How did you feel?
Well, I mean, to see so much destruction and
Yeah.
and it was surreal the way to put it. I went in to start. My goal was to help, and that's one of the things about my whole career. I mean, even running for office, my motto is to serve and protect, or protect and serve.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is, I've always been that way. I've always tried to help out people. Even on the job, I was involved in a major lawsuit for discrimination on the job that we won. I'm now the class agent in a class action, always looking for ways to make the system better than what it is. So this was, again, I was there.
And now you answering the call to duty with the 25th district. You're
That's
running
correct.
for the House of Delegates. See, that's excellent. I have to
Yes.
really, because you could sit back and say, "Hey, look, I've done my thing,"
Right.
But this is where we need young men like you,
Well-
coming out, getting involved, not sitting at home. It's easy to sit at home and complain. But
That's right.
when you actually get out, tell us some of the things as a delegate that you feel that you want to introduce.
Well, one of the most important, my primary goal is to stop what we call a preschool to prison pipeline, sending these young kids from schools to prison, building these prison institutions, prisons for profit, and constantly locking up these young men for what I call nonviolent felonies. And I've been under the drug war, I've led a task force, I know what it's like out there. And I even know how some of the profiling was, that when you specifically target the more urban, less fortunate people areas instead of some of your more affluent areas where drugs are as well. I began to notice that, but because of that, we were sending an extraordinary, disproportionate number of young black and brown youths to prisons. And then you get them in these prison systems, they don't train them, they don't educate them. I want to look for education over incarceration, treatment over incarceration. I believe this is the direction that Maryland and Prince George's County should be going in.
Great. Well, what about your contacts with Lieutenant Governor Brown? Now, we had a nice shot of you there, I know.
Right.
Tell us about it.
Well, we were at the Young Democrats convention. They had a little Young Democrats event, and him and I were there. Both, as you know, Lieutenant Governor Brown is running for the governorship.
Right.
So a lot of your political candidates were there who were running. So I've met him a few times. And look, Governor Brown is actually from my district. He's from 25. He was a delegate there.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He's a delegate from Clinton.
That's correct.
District 25. Right.
So him and I talked about that, and the fact that I'm running, and so pretty much I'm asking for his support and everybody else's support that would support me. But the bottom line is, we were both running from that district, so I got a chance to take a picture with him.
Right. Well, that's great. And just for you to take time, you're retired. You can say, hey, look, I've done mine. And you're fortunate and blessed.
That's right.
To miss. You put your life on the line at 9/11. You weren't standing around looking, taking pictures, that type of thing. You were involved in saving lives.
That's right.
And what we have to do is commend you. And People Magazine also recognize you in that position, of trying to help someone else. And this is what we need to do.
That's
and
right.
Young people have the right attitude about getting involved. And the thing that I like to emphasize right now, more and more and more, is vote, vote, vote.
That's right.
What people have to realize out there, that people died, gave their lives and everything to vote.
That's
and
right.
so, hey, if you don't do anything, you have to vote.
That's right.
You have to go out and vote. No excuse. It's going to be reasons. They're going to tell you, well, you're not, your name's not on the roll, or you're not in this district. There's going to be so many things out there to discourage you
That's right.
not to vote. But just like Mr. Fogg said, you got to get involved.
That's right.
You got to get involved. The things that you mentioned, as far as the youngsters is concerned, we need individuals like you to continue to push that.
That's
because
right.
when you look at 13% of the population, then 80% of the
That's right.
incarceration are either black or Latinos.
Black and brown, right.
Yeah, right.
One of the things on that is, you know, I've received awards from the U.S. Attorney's Award. I received the Federal Bar Association Award for leading a task force that locked up over 300 of America's most wanted fugitives. And I'm going to tell you, Ed, I mean, I'm one of the chief people when it comes down to, if you're out there violently hurting people, you need to be behind bars. But we find that only a small percentage of the people that are in these prisons are there for what we call violent crimes. The rest of them are non-violent crimes. These guys got felonies. One of the things that I'm running for is expungement of non-violent felonies, because this is so important. Because once you give a man a felony, one of these young black kids out here a felony, they can't do anything. They are finished.
That's what they don't understand.
Right.
You know, and I tell the young people too, you know, you get in a car and maybe your family have a fancy car. I say, if you're a minority, your chances of being stopped by the law enforcement are greater.
That's right.
You know, so you have to make sure they understand that.
Right.
See,
and some of the times, Ed, they can't even control it. I tell you, Ed, for one of the things with us, when I was running drug and gun interdiction task force, they actually directed us. They really didn't want us going into the more affluent areas, tracking and enforcing drug operators, because their concern was those folks out there are not going to stand for their children to be put in jail 5, 10, 15 years on a drug charge. So stick to the weakest link. That turned out to be basically racial profiling. And so if you start concentrating all your resources on areas like that, then you're going to get the numbers that you have. Those are the things that I'm an expert in that I want to stop when I become a legislator. I want to make certain that if we're going to have enforcement, it's going to be an equal opportunity enforcement operation, or we're not going to do it at all. So it's important, and that's why it's important for me to go to Annapolis and to get the votes of the people to understand that I can go because I have the experience. I have the experience of always helping others. I've worked with EEO. I've represented people in EEO claims. I'm part of a women's organization called Federally Employed Women. I'm the only male on a national board of women, over 7,000 women around the country.
Congratulations.
I'm the only male. So those women saw something in me about advocating for women's rights, equal rights for women. The other thing is I'm a member of Blacks in Government. Blacks in Government is an organization that's always been out there advocating for the uplifting and the upbuilding of African Americans working for the government system. So my goal is to go to Annapolis and do these things, to make certain that somebody's there as a voice for us.
Well, we on the Ed Brown Show, we like to honor you for your contribution that you have made and that you're trying to make. Like I said, a lot of people talk, and action speaks louder than words. You know what I mean? And you really have shown in the people in your district, they need to, you know, see Mr. Boggs, you know, see what he's talking about. But the idea is the subject matter that you're talking about. Everybody needs to get involved. And like I said earlier, it's no excuse not to vote.
That's right.
No excuse not to vote. I don't care who you are, if you're a senior, they have all kinds of ways that seniors can go. And if you want to vote, make sure. In fact, I'm sure that Mr. Fogg here will make sure that you get it, even if you're not in his district. He wants you to vote.
That's right.
And that's the idea that we have to have. We have to support people like Mr. Fogg here that's out there continually. And this is what we need. We need young people to get involved. Most of you, this is a mentoring. This is a good opportunity to see what you can do.
That's right.
He's professional. He was involved in a situation which he didn't have anything to do with. It was 9/11, and he survived that, and now he's giving more. Okay.
And another thing, Ed, I was going to say, with this young school, I was just...
Got 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. I was just helping the kids in District Heights Elementary School, working with them. But again, we got to get our kids at an early age, get them to understand, because a lot of them didn't understand police work, and they were a little concerned with some of the negative opinions they had of police because of what they've seen. So I was trying to change that. To get a better
and all of us have to do.
And we got early voting, by the way.
Early voting, that's right. I'm sorry. Early voting, the 12th of June. Early voting, 12th to the 24th.
That's right.
Don't forget to vote. This is Ed Brown. See you next time.